The night was dark. The storm was unforgiving. Rain lashed against the windshield as the car sped down a winding road, lined with trees, tall and menacing. The passengers inside were tense but determined. 2 women, 1 man, 1 child, and secrets, so heavy they could break more than bones. Then came the crash. When the twisted wreckage of the car is discovered, the scene is haunting. The vehicle is barely recognizable. Metal torn and shattered glass everywhere. 1 man is found dead, a child. Unconscious. 2 women survive, but with injuries and fractured memories. From the moment the survivors are pulled from the wreck, it's clear something is wrong. Nothing adds up. 1 woman doesn't remember the crash at all. The other claims she knows exactly what happened. But her story is riddled with gaps and inconsistencies. The woman who wakes up in the hospital is Claudia. She's bruised, her head is pounding, and she's scared. More than anything, she's confused. She remembers being in the car. She remembers the storm. But the crash itself is a blur. And the man, they say, was driving the car. He's dead. But Claudia swears he wasn't at the wheel. The second woman is Hannah. She's in better shape physically, but mentally she's on edge. Her story is clear. She says the man who died was the driver. His name was Mason, Claudia's boyfriend. He lost control of the car and crashed. That's it. Simple. But Claudia doesn't believe it. Something doesn't sit right. As the investigation unfolds, secrets start to unravel. Slowly we discover the 4 people in that car weren't just friends on a road trip. There's betrayal, violence, hidden motives, and a web of lies that stretches far beyond the crash. Claudia begins to question everything, including her own memories. How did she really meet Mason? Why were they even driving that night? And most importantly, why is there a photo in her phone of someone she doesn't recognize? Someone who gives her a strange cold feeling every time she looks at it. Then there's the child. A little girl named Lily, who was found unconscious in the back seat. No one seems to know exactly who she is or how she fits into the group. Hannah claims she's her daughter, but Claudia isn't sure. Something about that doesn't feel right either. Every attempt Claudia makes to piece things together is met with resistance. She's told to rest, to let the police handle it, to stop asking questions, but she can't. Something deep inside her knows that if she stops now, she might never find the truth. One night while alone in her hospital room, Claudia finds a way to access her email. She digs through her messages and finds an exchange that sends chills down her spine. Messages between her and Mason. That show he was afraid. He thought someone was watching him. He thought they were in danger. Claudia's suspicion turns to dread. What if the crash wasn't an accident? What if someone wanted them dead? Meanwhile, Hannah is doing her own damage control. She's talking to the police, trying to control the narrative. She insists Mason was reckless, that he caused the crash. But her behavior is erratic. She's hiding things, avoiding certain questions, even lying outright. Then Claudia finds something else. A note shoved in her coat pocket. It's smeared with blood, barely legible, but the message is clear. Don't trust her. The puzzle pieces start falling into place. Claudia remembers a fight. The sound of shouting, the car swerving. She remembers Hannah screaming at Mason, accusing him of something. And then darkness. With growing horror, Claudia starts to believe that Hannah might have had a motive to kill Mason. And maybe Claudia too. But how do you prove that when your own memory is a blank slate? When the only witness is a terrified little girl who still hasn't spoken since the crash, then the twist comes. The photo Claudia found. The man she didn't recognize. He's not a stranger after all. He's a private investigator hired by Claudia herself, weeks before the crash. Why she doesn't remember, But the email exchange she discovers next makes it horrifyingly clear. She had started to suspect Mason was cheating on her. She didn't know who with, but she wanted answers, so she hired someone to follow him. And what the investigator found was worse than cheating. Mason was involved in something dangerous, something criminal. And the person he was secretly meeting with again and again was Hannah. Claudia realizes she was getting too close to the truth, and someone didn't want her to find it. As she confronts Hannah about what she knows, the tension explodes. The truth, Hannah finally confesses, is darker than anyone could have imagined. Mason and Hannah were involved in a scheme together, something that put them all at risk. Claudia was just collateral damage, but Hannah didn't plan for the crash to happen that night. It was supposed to be simple. A confrontation, a scare. But Mason panicked. The car spun out of control, and the rest is blood and broken glass. Or so she claims, but Claudia still doesn't have all the answers. The final twist lands like a punch to the gut. The child, Lily, the one everyone assumed was Hannah's daughter, she isn't. She's Mason's. Not just Mason's, she's also Claudia's niece. Her sister had died years ago in an accident, and Mason was the father of the child she never knew existed. Claudia was only just beginning to unravel that truth when the crash happened. Everything comes full circle. The lies, the betrayal, the cover-up. It wasn't just a car crash, it was an explosion of secrets that had been buried too long. In the chilling final chapters, Claudia must make a choice. Let the truth remain buried and walk away, or expose it all and face the consequences. She chooses truth because sometimes survival isn't just about crawling from the wreckage. It's about reclaiming your story, even if it's been shattered. The Crash by Freida McFadden isn't just a psychological thriller. It's a slow-burning unwrapping of trauma, memory, and betrayal that keeps you guessing until the very end. It plays with perception, twists your expectations, and leaves you questioning what's real and what's not. The suspense builds, not through gore or violence, but through the quiet unraveling of truth. Each chapter is a piece of a larger puzzle, one that shows just how dangerous secrets can be. Freida McFadden proves, once again, that she's a master of pacing character and unexpected twists. This is a novel that keeps your heart pounding and your mind racing until the very last line. If you love stories that trap you in their web, if you're drawn to narratives where nothing is as it seems, if you crave that final twist that makes you gasp out loud, then The Crash is the book you need to hear. So buckle up, press play, and get ready for a ride. You won't forget, because sometimes the most dangerous thing on the road isn't the storm outside. It's the person sitting next to you. If you want to listen, full audiobook for free. Link in description.